Welcome to your practice. I'm going to invite you to come into your sweet seat, Sukhasana upon your board, easy cross-legged, just settling in, feeling sit bones, backs of thighs, releasing into the board beneath you. Just allow your hands to rest comfortably. As you root down into the board, feel the spine lengthen, side body lengthen. Invite a softening into the shoulders. Neck is lengthening but relaxed. Release your jaw and your teeth surfaces. Soften through the cheeks. Relax the temples, your forehead, and feel the crown of the head extend skyward. If you'd like, closing the eyes, begin to take your gaze inward. Bring a gentle awareness to the flow of your breath, just noticing it as it is. Easy inhale. Easy exhale. Noticing qualities of the breath, pace, length, depth. Is it flowing freely today or meeting resistance along its path? Just noticing. At the same time, draw an awareness to your physical body. Begin to observe sensation here. Checking in with connective tissue, musculature, checking in with the joints, the various organs, the various systems of the body. Again, just becoming aware of how you're feeling today in this moment. Coming back to the breath, begin to deepen. Adding just a little length to your inhale and a little more length to your exhale. And just begin to move into that longer, smoother, softer variation of your natural breath. Dividing your attention between the flow of breath and again, sensation arising for you today. Take a moment as well to check in with your mental, emotional being, your soulful being. Gaining insight and perhaps beginning to form an intention for your practice today. How would you like to feel? What gifts would you like to give yourself? Flowing through 10 more rounds of longer, smoother, softer breath. Nice and easy. As intention forms, begin to see it more fully in your mind's eye, that space between the brows, and feel it more fully within your heart. And as you move today and breathe, be kind and compassionate with yourself. Take a break when you need to. And if you feel you'd like to hang out in a posture a little longer because it feels just right, give yourself that time and you can rejoin the practice as you're ready. And if something's not serving you well today in what's being offered up, come to a pose that does. Maybe an easy child's pose, a little down dog, whatever you need. And as you feel ready, you may open the eyes and arrive in your practice. So just taking a moment here, release the legs, just out front, and give them a nice little shake and release. And then come back to your easy cross-legged, right leg in front of the left. Settle back up on the sit bones. Lengthen through the spine, draw the belly button actively in towards the spine, nice soft shoulders, neck lengthening, crown of the head extends. Take a nice full breath in through the nose. And as we exhale, let's just walk the fingertips towards the nose of the board, nice long spine, just coming up to that first edge of your movement. Nice and easy, maybe giving the head a little roll from side to side. Noticing how the neck is feeling today. Just beginning to wake up the hips and the lower back. And continuing with that longer, smoother, softer breath. And we're just going to take 3 more rounds of breath here. Moving with your inhale as you're ready, just begin to walk yourself up, using the hands for support. And just reach behind, coming right up onto the pads of the fingertips, rooting down through the sit bones, belly button draws actively in towards the spine, spine lengthens, side body lengthens, and just roll the shoulders gently away from midline, and soften them away from the ears. Chin tucks gently in towards the back of the head, extend through the crown of the head, and just take some nice full breaths into the chest. Just taking the spine in the opposite direction here. Rising with your inhale, coming back to the tops of the sit bones. Let's reach behind with the right hand, come right up onto the pads of the right fingertips, roll that right shoulder open, left hand to the outside of that right knee. Find length in the spine, extend through the crown of the head. Nice gentle twist here, doesn't need to be a big twist. And maybe the gaze follows over the back shoulder. If there's any discomfort with the neck at all, just roll the chin along the chest and gaze towards the front of the room. And then with exhalation, release and come back to center. Pause here for a moment, take a nice full breath in through the nose, letting go, sigh out through the mouth. Let's switch sides, bringing left leg in front of the right. Coming back to the tops of the sit bones, setting foundation first. Nice tall spine, big breath in. Exhale, let's walk it forward again. Fingertips releasing towards the nose of the board. And just settling in. Again, maybe a little roll of the head from side to side. Shoulders relaxed, neck relaxed, jaw relaxed. Again, just waking up through the hips and the lower back. Maybe a little movement from side to side. Maybe feel that board rock and roll a little beneath you. Just getting comfortable with that sensation as well. 3 more rounds of breath here. Maybe those fingertips walk out a little further if there feels like there's space, there's room. And again, inhale will draw you back up to the tops of your sit bones, just using the hands for support. Reaching behind once again, come right up onto the pads of the fingertips. Lengthen through the spine, lift through the chest, roll the shoulders open, crown of the head extends. Full breaths once again into the chest. You can give a little head roll of the head here, releasing chin along the chest, shoulder to shoulder. This nice, easy, organic movement, waking things up. Coming back to center again, inhale. And let's take that twist on the left side now, reaching behind with the left hand, coming right up onto the pads of the fingertips, right hand to the left thigh and knee. Get nice and tall, extend through the crown of the head, roll the shoulders away from the midline, and open towards that left wall. Again, just gentle twist here. It doesn't need to be big movement. Waking up the body. One more nice full breath in, and let that exhalation bring you back to center. Hands just resting on the tops of the thighs. Take a nice big breath in. Letting go, sigh out. From here, just draw the knees up and walk yourself forward to all fours. We're going to center ourselves on the board here, belly button centered over the center line of the board. Take your hands nice and wide, shoulders and wrists are stacking, knees and hips are stacking. Curl the toes under, square the feet towards the tail of the board. Draw the belly button actively in towards the spine, neck lengthens, crown of the head extends towards the nose of the board. Rooting actively into pads of fingers, base knuckle of fingers, heel of the hand. Let's take a little cat-cow today. Nice full breath in, release the belly towards the board, draw the chest actively through the arms, lift through the chin. In exhalation, pressing actively into hands and feet, curl the spine towards the sky, belly button draws actively in, crown of the head releases, gaze through the legs. Inhale again, belly releases, chest draws through the arms, lift through the chin. Curling the spine towards the sky, belly button draws actively in, crown of the head releases, gaze through the legs. 3 more rounds here with your breath at your pace. Nice, easy movement. Waking again, waking the body up once again, taking the spine in all sorts of wonderful directions. And when you complete that last round, just allow the spine to come back to neutral. Take a nice full breath in, and with that exhale, draw the sit bones back to the heels. Take your knees nice and wide to either edge, either rail of the board. Uncurl the toes, bring the big toes together. Allow the sit bones to sink back towards the heels first. And nice long spine, begin to walk the fingertips towards the nose of the board. Lengthening through the spine, softening towards the board, chest, forehead. Hands are still wide on the board, rooting actively into pads of fingers, base knuckle of fingers, heel of the hand. Upper arm bones hugging in, and again, just inviting that outer rotation, that external rotation of the shoulders, creating space. You can give your head a little roll in that space. As we're ready from here, let's take that left arm, just thread it beneath the right, just in front of the knees, allowing that left shoulder to release down to the board. Keep the neck lengthening, come to rest gently on the side of the head. Right palm remains on the board if you wish. This may be just enough. And if you'd like, you're welcome to extend that right arm skyward, palm open. Nice, easy breath here. One more inhale. And just let that exhalation release right hand back to the mat, back to the deck pad, and release that left arm. Come back to your extended child's pose. Take a nice full breath in. Letting go, sigh out. Nice big stretch for the spine. As you're ready, inhaling, this time taking right arm beneath the left, coming to rest on that right shoulder, neck lengthens, coming to rest on the side of the head. Again, that left palm can remain on the board if that is enough for you today. If you wish to extend left arm skyward, you may do so, palm open towards that left wall. Longer, smoother, softer breath. Move that arm a little if you like. A little exploration of those edges. And then as you feel ready, let that exhalation bring left hand, left palm back to the board. Release that right hand and come back to your extended child's pose once again. Big breath in, letting go, sigh out. With next inhale, just begin to curl the spine back up as you come back to your table pose. Shoulders, wrists stacking, knees and hips stacking. And if you need to, walk yourself up a little on the board. We're going to be stepping back momentarily. Neck is lengthening, crown of the head is extending. Nice active hands on the board. As you are ready, take a step back, right foot, rooting actively into the board. Big toe, baby toe mound, back thigh is active, lifting away from the board. From here, as you're ready, extend that left arm, palm towards the midline. Holding here, and you can stay here if this feels like it's enough. If you'd like, begin to lift That right leg up off the board, back foot is flexed, toes towards the board, belly button drawing actively in, neck lengthening, crown of the head extending. Little core work here and some spinal balancing. Keeping the breath as calm as we can. 2 more rounds here. With your next exhalation, release right knee, left hand to the board, come back to center. Just take a moment here, give your right wrist a little roll, both directions, and then come back to your table pose, and let's just work on that the other side. Give your head a little roll, stepping back, left foot, rooting actively into big toe, baby toe mound. Belly button draws actively in towards the spine. As you're ready from here, right arm can lift and extend, palm towards the midline of the board, neck lengthening, crown of the head extending. And if you'd like, you can start to lift that left leg up to hip height. Back foot flex, toes towards the board. Nice, easy breath. Maybe finding a little smile here as you breathe, keeping that breath nice and calm. 2 more rounds. Next exhalation, right hand comes to the board. Left knee releases, coming back to table pose. And just take a moment here, roll that left wrist, both directions, and then bring that left hand back to the board, arriving in your table pose. Give your head a little roll, and again, just full breath in through the nose, letting go, sigh out through the mouth. Coming back to your table pose, shoulders, wrists, knees, and hips stacking, spine lengthening, belly button drawing actively in towards the spine. Crown of the head extends towards the nose of the board. Let's take a step back, right foot, rooting actively into the big toe, baby toe mound of the right foot. Take the left foot back to join it, arriving in your plank pose here. Midline of the board, running through the hands and the feet. Just take a moment here, nice full breath in. And as we exhale, just transitioning to downward dog. Take your time. Lift the hips, root actively into pads of fingers, base knuckle of fingers, heel of the hand. And just allow yourself to arrive in your first downward dog. Crown of the head is extending, ears floating between the biceps, upper arm bones hug in. Belly button draws actively in towards the spine and just softening that tailbone a little bit into that space. Holding here. Maybe you pedal it out a little, just alternating one heel to the board and then the other. Maybe a little easy sway of the hips. And again, just observe how the board moves beneath you. Slow and steady. Maybe give it a little roll of the head in that space between the arms. Let's just take 3 more rounds of breath. Feeling that nice release into the back body. If your hamstrings are really tight here, bend the knees as much as you need to accommodate that. That's just fine. Just playing here. And as you feel ready, just begin to walk the feet up to meet the hands. Nice and slow, take your time. Again, bending your knees as much as you need to here to accommodate the hamstrings. Heels will arrive directly underneath the hips, hip width apart. Bending the knees again, lifting all 10 toes up off the deck pad. Spread the toes, pinky toes drawing towards the rail of the board. And then from here, just rooting actively into big toe mound, inner heel, baby toe mound, outer heel. Let the toe pads release down to the board. Feel that full connection of feet with the deck pad beneath you. Allow the crown of the head to release and take the gaze through the legs. Standing forward fold, breathing here, maybe giving the head a little roll. Again, just getting adjusted to the movement of the board beneath you. Muscle energy hugs towards the midline here, so shins are drawing in towards the midline. Our femur bones or thigh bones are drawing towards the back body. We're looking for a little inner spiral here, so in essence, you're blossoming your buttocks towards that back wall. And yes, I said that out loud. 3 more rounds of breath. And with your next inhale, just walk the hands out front again, come right up onto the pads of the fingertips. Extend through the crown of the head, lengthen through the spine, draw the belly button actively in towards the spine, half back arch. With your next exhale, let's begin to drop the sit bones back here. Coming into chair pose, just take your time, rooting evenly into both feet. Turn the palms in towards one another and begin to rise up here, lengthening through the spine. As you sink the sit bones back, feel the belly button draw actively in towards the spine. This is going to invite a lengthening to the lower back and a sense of support. Keep lifting through the chest, reaching through the fingertips. If you have a look down, you can see your toes hanging out just in front of your knees. 2 more rounds of breath. With your next exhale, press into the feet, slowly rise up, use the legs, lift through the chest. Maybe allow the thumbs to draw towards that back wall, find a little standing back bend here. Inhale, coming back to center, exhale, release the arms at either side, and allow the hands to come together at heart center in Anjali Mudra. Nice full breath in through the nose. Letting go, sigh out through the mouth. As we're ready from here, let's inhale. Sweep the arms up towards the sky. We're going to interlock the first 3 fingers. Index fingers point skyward. Lengthen through the spine. Belly button draws actively in. As you're ready, full breath in with exhale. Begin to release towards that right wall, lengthening that left side body. Feel a sense of lift on that inner right rib cage. If you'd like here, maybe you take the gaze up past the left arm towards the sky. Really nice. Excellent. Inhale, draw it back to center, and just let that exhale release you now towards that left wall. Finding length in the right side body. Little bit of lift on that left rib cage. And again here, maybe that gaze draws up towards the sky. And then inhaling, come back to center, and just release the arms in exhalation either side. Draw the hands behind the back body, interlock the fingers, bring the heels of the hand together and extend towards the board. And maybe you lift the hands off that sacral area just a little. You can release the chin towards the chest, maybe a little roll of the head from side to side. Coming back to center. And with that next exhale, just release the hands. Let the inhale sweep the arms up towards the sky. Palms come together. And release with exhalation to heart center. As you are ready, inhaling, arms sweep up towards the sky. Get nice and tall. In exhalation here, just softening through the knees, a little hinge of the hip, falling forward. Standing forward fold, crown of the head heavy, gaze through the legs. Inhaling, half back arch, lift and lengthen. Exhale, back to your full forward fold, plant your hands. We're going to take a nice big step back with that left foot, all the way back. If you need to, adjust that right foot to draw that right knee to stack over the ankle. Midline of the board is running through both feet. Can be right up on the pads of the fingertips here if you wish. Root actively into the big toe, baby toe of that left foot. Back thighs nice and active. Just a little lunge here, starting to wake up through the hip flexors. Starting to wake up through the hip flexors on that left side. 3 more rounds of breath. Scissoring the legs as if we're drawing the deck pad in towards itself. Now from here, as you're ready with exhale, just allow that back knee, left knee to release down to the board. Excellent. Rooting actively into both feet, creating that sense of lift, just keeping pressure off that back knee. Neck lengthens, crown of the head extends. Again, working a little deeper now in the hip flexors on the left side. From here, option to bring the hands to the top of the thigh and just peel the belly up. And then allow yourself to release back into the stretch. Nice soft shoulders. Some of you may choose to stay put right here. Others, if you wish, may sweep the arms up towards the sky, reach through the fingertips. Maybe the thumbs draw towards that back wall a little. You find a little back bend here. Nice and easy. One more full breath in. And then just drawing yourself back up to center. Release that left hand, left arm to the outside of that right thigh. Sweep the right arm around. Let the hand come to rest on the lower back and sacral area. Let's find a little twist here. Keep the spine long. Shoulders roll away from the midline, taking the gaze out over the back shoulder. Breathe and easy. 2 more rounds of breath. Exhale brings us back to center. Just let the hands come back down to the board. Fingertips lining up with tips of toes. Just falling a little deeper into that hip flexor stretch if you like. And from here, with your next inhale, begin to draw the sit bones back to stack over that back knee. Release that right foot up off the board. Let's work in the hamstring a little here. You can keep both hands on the board here. Some of you may wish to take the left palm to that right foot and just press actively into the hand as you draw the foot towards you. Keep neck long, maybe a little roll of the head here. And just feel that release in the hamstring of the right leg. Taking another inhale here. As you feel ready with that exhalation, just allow right foot to release to the board, fingertips to line up with tips of toes. Inhale, lift, back knee, left knee up off the board. Return to your runner's lunge. As you are ready, this right foot steps back to meet the left. We're going to find a little plank pose here. Shoulders and wrists rooting into the toe balls of the feet. Some of you may wish to just draw yourself a little forward and back. Find a little movement here in your plank. If this is too much, by all means, bring the knees down to the board here, but keep the energy. Your choice. We'll all take one more full breath in. Those with knees lifted with exhalation, let's just all bring knees to the board first. Uncurl the toes. And from here, really slowly, take your time. Elbows and upper arms draw alongside the body. Rolling the shoulders away from midline. Thighs, pelvis, belly, chest. Releasing to the board. From here, take your feet hip width apart. Press into the big toe, baby toe. Feel the thighs activate. The upper arms and elbows hug towards the midline. Inhale, lifting chest and shoulders. Little baby cobra here. Maybe just a little gentle twist from side to side. And then coming back to center. Breathing in. Exhale, slow release to the board. Curling the back toes under. Belly button draws in towards the spine. Inhale, half push up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking 3 rounds of breath here. Just settling into your dog. Letting breath settle. Maybe pedaling out those feet a little. And then as you're ready, with your next inhale, your choice, you may walk the feet towards the hands, or you may gaze to the hands, bend into the knees, step or hop to the top of the board. Fingertips come out front, lift and lengthen, half back arch. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, sweep it all the way up to standing. Palms come together and release to heart center with that exhalation. Take a nice big breath in, letting go, sigh out. Beautiful. From here, let's release the hands and bring the hands to the hips here. And let's heel toe that right foot to the midline of the board. Excellent. Come up on the toe ball of the left foot. We're going to play a little with balance here. Rooting evenly into all 4 corners of that right foot. Just begin to release that left knee towards the left wall, left edge of the board, and slide the foot in. And just allow yourself here to set the foundation. And this may be your tree pose right here for today. you can bring the hands together at heart center. If you wish to play a little more, you can begin to draw the legs up or draw the leg up, resting on the inner calf. Other option is to draw the foot up, place it over the knee. Nice, rooting into all four corners of the feet, muscle energy hugging towards the midline. Let's take one more full breath in. In exhalation, just releasing the hands, take your time. Left hand to the outer edge of that left thigh. Take the knee and hip back to center and release that foot back down to the board. And just heel toe your feet back out, hip width apart. Hands come together at heart center, nice full breath in through the nose, letting go, sigh out through the mouth. As you are ready with your next inhale, arms will sweep skyward. And just pause here, shoulder width apart, really reach through the fingertips, be nice and tall. We'll take a breath in, and with exhale, nice little sit back. Let's revisit that chair pose again. Belly button draws actively in towards the spine. We'll do a little variation here this time. So bringing the palms together, let's take that left elbow to the outer edge of that right thigh. Draw the thumbs in towards the heart. Neck lengthens, crown of the head extends. Maybe you release your gaze out past the right elbow. An option here as well to release the bottom arm towards the earth and extend that right arm skyward. Really nice. One more breath in. And then with that exhale, bring the hands back to center. Draw yourself back to center. And just let the fingertips release down to the board here. Crown of the head is heavy, gaze through the legs. Full forward fold. Inhale, half back arch. Exhale, as you are ready, sink the sit bones back. Let's find that chair pose again. Inhaling, sweep it up, sink it back. Draw the belly button actively in towards the spine. Palms will come together again, this time right elbow to the outside of that left thigh. Drawing thumbs in towards the chest. Keep your gaze at the board if you like. Or roll chin along the chest, gaze out past the left elbow. Right hand, right fingertips release towards the floor. Left arm extends. Holding here. Breathing easy. 2 more rounds. Let that exhalation bring the hands back together. Anjali Mudra. Release back to center. Fingertips down to the board, hips towards the sky. Full forward fold. Inhale, half back arch, extend through the crown of the head. Maybe give it a little roll. Just a round of breath here. And then exhale, release. Plant the hands. This time we're taking a nice big step back. Right foot all the way back. If you need to, use the full surface of the board. Draw that left knee to stack over the ankle. Long stride, rooting into the big toe, baby toe mound of that right foot, leveling the hips. Breathing here. When you are ready with exhale, let's release that right knee to the board. Again, looking for release in the hip flexor on this right side. So if you're not quite feeling it, you may need to take that right knee back a little bit so you feel that nice sensation there in the front hip flexor. Just holding here. And then as you're ready, options here to bring the hand to the top of the thigh. Draw the belly up off the thigh and soften into the pose here. Those who wish a little more adventure, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Reach through the fingertips, lift through the chest. Maybe you play with a little back bend here, drawing thumbs towards that back wall. And then inhaling back up. From here, let's take that right hand to the outside of the thigh. Sweep the left arm around. Let it come to rest on the sacral area here. And just a nice little twist again. Maybe taking the gaze out past the back shoulder. Nice, easy breath. And then from here with exhale, come on back to center. Hands come back to the board, fingertips line up with tips of toes. Inhale, sit bones draw back to stack over that back knee. Both hands can remain on the board here, nice long spine, releasing into the hamstring. Maybe some take the right hand, place it on the foot, nice long spine, and we're pressing actively into the palm as the palm draws the foot towards us. Maybe give your head a little roll, keeping things easy. Relax shoulders, neck, and jaw. You can give your jaw a little roll around here if you like. That can feel good. Just 2 more rounds. Anytime you need to take a big breath in, big letting go, sigh out, go for it. And then exhale. Let's release that left foot to the board. Fingertips line up with tips of toes. Lift that back knee, root actively into big toe, baby toe. Big breath in. Exhale, left foot steps back to meet the right. We're back in that plank pose again. Holding here, rooting fiercely into big toe, baby toe mound of both feet, shoulders and wrists stack. Your choice here. Come down through the knees again. If you'd like, full push up to the floor, chaturanga. Draw yourself slightly forward so shoulders are just ahead of the wrists, elbows up or arms alongside the torso. Slowly lower to the board. Uncurl the toes. Toes are hip width apart here. Press actively into big toe, baby toe mound. Extend your arms, palms facing towards the midline. Inhale, lift chest and shoulders, and then allow the feet to float up here. Keep the neck lengthening, crown of the head extending, reaching through the fingertips. Keeping that breath as calm as we can. 3 more rounds. Aim to keep the ears between the arms. And let your next exhale bring the feet to the board, hands back by the lower rib cage, upper arm bones, elbows, hugging the torso. Curl the back toes under. Inhale, half push-up. Exhale, float the hips. Downward facing dog. Take a nice big breath in here. Letting go, sigh out. Maybe you pedal it out. Maybe you sway the hips. Your choice once again with inhale, walking the feet to meet the hands, or gaze to the hands, bend into the knees, step or hop, top of the board. Fingertips walk out front, lift and lengthen, half back arch. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Sweep it all the way up. Palms coming together. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Just take a moment here, breathing in, breathing out, coming back to your intention, and just noticing how things are unfolding for you today. Letting that heart rate settle a little. We're warm now, maybe even a little sweaty. From here, let's take a little tree pose on the other side. Allow the hands to release, bring the hands to the hips. We're going to heel toe that left foot to the midline of the board so we can really root down here. This is our stable leg, nice and strong, coming up on the toe ball of that right foot. Open up the knee and the hip and just allow that foot to slide in first. Set your foundation. Big toe, baby toe, root in, and we're looking for nice level hips here. So this may be your tree pose. This is a beautiful tree pose, highly effective. If you wish to play a little more with the balance, maybe you start to move that foot up the leg. It can come to rest on the calf, or alternatively, you can bring it above the knee, and it can come to rest on the inner thigh. But just take your time here. Take some nice steady breaths here. Maybe a little smile. Playful spirit here. And when you feel ready to come down, hands can release. We can bring right hand to the outer edge of that thigh, bring the knee and hip back to center, if we have a choice, and then let that foot come back to the board and just heel toe, back out, And come back to your Tadasana on your board. Really nicely done. Hands together at heart center. Take a big breath in and a big letting go sigh out. Just resetting. And then as you're ready from here, we'll take a nice full breath in and sweep the arms up towards the sky. Just a nice big swan dive forward, hinge of the hip, releasing into your standing forward fold. Inhale, half back arch, lift and lengthen. Exhale, full forward fold. From here, we're going to bend into the knees. We're going to take a nice big step back with that left foot again. And just find yourself here, first of all, in that runner's lunge. Nice long stride. We're going to take that back foot and turn it so that it is almost parallel to the tail of the board or turn slightly inward. And you can heel toe that right foot to the midline of the board. So we're looking for heel to heel. And in this case on the board, heel to middle of the arch is ideal because that allows us to play with the midline here. From here, bring that right hand to rest on the top of the thigh. Extend that left arm and reach through the fingertips. Your inhale's going to draw you up. We're going to play a little with Warrior Two here. Right knee, right ankle, rooting evenly into both feet. Back leg is active. You can play a little with the pelvis here, just drawing the butt back a bit towards the back of the board, really spiraling in that inner thigh, and then drawing the tailbone into that space. Again, we're looking for a nice neutral pelvis here. And you can play with that. Gazing out over the front fingertips. Nice, easy breath. Maybe you take a little exalted here, right palm up towards the sky, left palm to back thigh. Some of you may wrap it around for the bind here. Your choice, but just open it up for a moment. Breathing in. And then exhale, come back to your Warrior Two. Nice work. And then from here, just release, bring the hands to the hips, and turn the toes in just a little bit. Nice big breath in. Working on the other side of the board here. It's going to feel a little different. As you're ready with exhale, hinge at the hip, releasing to the board. Fingertips releasing, crown of the head releasing, and take your time to adjust here. You've always got time to set foundation, midline running through the arches of the feet. Bring the hands down to the board, allow the crown of the head to release, take the gaze through the legs, fingertips lining up with the tips of the toes. And for some of you, maybe you're walking the hands back a little bit, working to create those chaturanga arms. Lots of space in the back body. Again, just noticing the board here. And then as you're ready with that inhale, just bring yourself back up, a little half back arch here. And we're going to take that left hand and just stack shoulder and wrist and root into the base knuckle of the hands here, even if the fingertips are hanging off the board there, just rooting down. Lengthen that right arm, belly button draws actively in towards the spine. Inhale, just start to sweep that right arm up towards the sky. And again, you always have this option. If you wish to bind, the right arm can wrap around back body, fingertips move to the inner crease of that left thigh. Little gentle encouragement to open that right shoulder. With the next exhale, if the arm is bound, just allow it to float up towards the sky. All of us will take a nice little inhale here, and with exhale, top arm releases. Coming back to center here, lift and lengthen. Exhale, take a little forward fold here. Inhale, half back arch. Exhale, just feel yourself take a little lunge here. So we're going to bend into that right knee, press the butt back as if we're coming into chair pose. You can walk the fingertips towards the instep of that right foot. Keep neck lengthening, crown of the head extending. Excellent. Holding here. Nice release through the inner thigh. You'll feel that in the hamstring, back of the thigh as well. And then just lift those hips a little. Start to walk the hands towards the front edge of the board. Turn that foot towards the nose of the board and come back to your runner's lunge. Plant the hands, breathing in, right foot steps back to meet the left, plank pose. Your choice here to drop through the knees or take full chaturanga, full push up to the board. Uncurl the toes, press big toe, baby toe into the board. Reach back with the hands, palms facing the hips. Inhale, lifting chest and shoulders. And from here, the feet can rise up. Superhero pose here. Hands can remain here. Some of you may wish a little chest and shoulder opening or a little deeper opening. You can interlock the fingers here. Roll the shoulders away from the midline of the body. Neck lengthens, crown of the head extends. Nice, easy breath. 2 more rounds. Maybe give the head a little roll here. Exhale, hands. If they're interlocked, just release them. All of us bringing the hands to the lower rib cage, curl the back toes under. Inhale, press it up. Halfway. Exhale, downward dog. Big breath in, big letting go, sigh out. You can pedal it out here. Again, just taking a little breather here. At any point, if you wish to take a little child's pose, you may do so. It's all good work. Your choice here as you're ready. You may walk the feet to the hands, gaze to the hands, bend into the knees, step or hop to the top of the board. Your choice. Inhale, half back arch. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Sweep it all the way up. Hands come together. Exhale, heart center. Nice full breath in. Coming back to Tadasana. Taking a moment here. And when you're ready with that next inhale, just sweeping the arms up towards the sky, getting nice and tall. Exhale, little hinge of the hips, soft bend in the knees, full forward fold, crown of the head heavy, gaze through the legs. Inhaling, half back arch, lift and lengthen. Exhale, full forward fold, bend softly into the knees. From here, we're taking that nice big step back with that right leg this time. Taking a moment here, rooting actively into the big toe, baby toe mound of that back foot, setting foundation here first. We're going to take that right foot and we're going to line it along the midline of the board. Back foot is parallel, or if anything, toes turn slightly in towards the midline as you heel toe that left foot to the midline of the board. Heel to middle of the arch alignment is ideal here. We're working with the midline of the board. Root evenly into both feet. Bring that left hand just to rest upon the thigh, scissoring the legs as you're drawing the deck pad in towards itself. As you're ready, let that inhale sweep the right arm up. And let's find our warrior 2 here. Taking the gaze out past the left fingertips. Again, maintaining that sense of stability on the board. And maybe from here you want to explore a little exalted warrior. You can take that left palm up towards the sky. Right hand releases to back thigh or wraps behind the back. And you can sweep left arm up towards the sky, lift your gaze. Nice full breath in. And let that exhale bring you back to your warrior 2. Breathing in, maybe a little more space and room here. And with that exhale, just press into the foot, extend that right leg, and turn that right foot to face the right rail of the board. Nice wide stride here. Toes turn slightly inward, rooting evenly into both feet, full breath in. Exhale, a hinge of the hip. Bend your knees as much as you need to, releasing fingertips and hands to the board. And we're going to walk the right hand to the midline of the board. We're going to extend left arm this time. Palm towards the board. Inhale, option to sweep that left arm skyward, releasing your gaze, Again, just playing with that stability of the board. Option to bind here if you wish. Fingers working towards the inner crease of that right thigh this time. Gentle encouragement to open that left shoulder. Good. Nice full breath in. If the arm is bound with exhale, just allow it to float towards the sky. And then with exhale, come back to center. Nice full breath in, lift and lengthen, half back arch. Exhale, sit bones drop back. We're going to take that little inner thigh stretch, walking the hands towards the instep of that left foot this time. Keep the spine long, crown of the head extending. Looking for that nice release through the inner thigh. A little bit of hamstring here as well, or a lot. Good. Excellent. We're going to take another full breath in. And this time as we exhale, let's lift the hips, extend that left leg, and come back to center. From here, we're going to heel toe the feet in one step, so the feet are on a 45-degree angle. Midline of the board, still running through the arches of the feet. Bring the hands, the fingertips, to the creases of the inner thigh. Nice long spine here, sink the sit bones back, and slowly draw yourself up to standing. Excellent. We're going to take a little goddess pose here. So as you're ready, nice full breath in, exhale, sit bones begin to release to the board. Knees are moving in the direction of the toes. Spine is long, crown of the head is extending. We're going to sweep the arms up, reach through the fingertips, and we're just going to take little bounces here. Just work in those legs. Find a little smile. Let's do 3 more here. Just nice and easy, your way. Really organic movement. You can pulse it a little more. You can move a little here too if you like. You can wave your arms. It's really good for the pelvis to move. And then just coming back to center, one more full breath in. And as you're ready, with that exhale, press into the feet, slowly rise up. Just release the arms, find a little star pose here. Fingertips releasing towards nose and tail. All that muscle energy hugging in towards the midline. Nice big breath in. And then as you're ready with exhale, just let everything go and soften. Heel toe your feet back. Take your time. We're just going to meet back at the nose of the board. Coming back to your Tadasana pose. Hands together at heart center. Good work. From here, let's take a full breath in. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhaling, half back arch, lift and lengthen. Exhale, full forward fold. From here, let's just step it back to downward dog. Just take your time. Really set your foundation here, releasing into the back body. Pedal it out, sway the hips, whatever you need to do here. Maybe you bring right foot to the midline of the board, lift that left leg up to hip height, back foot flex, little curl in of the heel towards the left buttock. You can roll that hip open. And then exhale. Just bring that left foot back to the board. Same thing on the other side. Rooting evenly into the big toe, baby toe. Back foot flex, toes towards the board. Right heel towards right buttock. Rolling that hip open, aiming to stack right hip over left. Again, just being playful and letting that exhalation bring that foot back to the board. And just heel toe the feet back to hip width apart. Downward dog, nice big breath in. Exhale, knees releasing to the board. Beautiful job. Draw the knees forward. Uncurl your toes. Allow yourself to sit on the heels. Bring the hands to the tops of the thighs. Nice passive release for the quadriceps here. And we'll take a little twist while we're here. Right hand, lower back sacral area. Left hand to the outer thigh. Roll the shoulders open. Nice little twist here. Always taking our spine in all these beautiful directions. Great for our spinal health. Let your next exhale bring you back to center. And as you feel ready, take the left hand, rest it on the lower back and sacral area, right hand to the left thigh. Belly button still draws actively in towards the spine, taking the gaze out over the left shoulder. Nice, easy breath. And then let that exhale bring you back. Walk your hands forward, just in front of the knees. Let your sit bones come up off the heels. Lift your feet, give your ankles a little roll here, both directions. Bringing feet back to the board. And from here, just bring your sit bones to sit on the center of the board and extend your legs out front. Just give them a little shake. And we're going to place both feet on the board. We're centered on the board. We're going to do a little upward boat here, bringing hands behind the thighs, rolling the shoulders back, crown of the head extends. Breathing in, exhale, tipping back onto the sit bones. Feet are flexed, toes are gently spread. Your hands can stay here. They may be on the board if you wish. Some of you may be extending the arms out on either side. Your choice. Find a smile in your breath. We're here for 5 more rounds. Are you smiling? Excellent work. Let's take one more breath in. And as you feel ready with that exhale, just allow the feet to release down to the board. Come up onto the tops of the sit bones. We're going to reach back with the hands here this time, fingertips pointing towards the nose of the board. Shoulders and wrists are stacking. Roll those shoulders away from the midline. Find length in your spine. Little upward table here, breathing in. With exhale, rooting evenly into hands and feet. Lift the hips to knee height. Keep extending through the crown of the head, rooting evenly into the feet. Excellent work. Nice, easy breath. Let's take 3 more rounds. Taking care of your neck here, extending through the crown of the head. And when you're ready with exhale, just allowing sit bones to release down to the board. Fingertips rise up to meet the hips. From here, we're going to extend both legs out front. Come to sit on the sit bones. Feet are flexed, toes are gently spread. Inhale, let the arms reach for the sky. Big breath in. Let your next exhale extend you at the hip. Reaching, hands may come to rest on the shins. They may come to rest on the board. Some of you may be clasping the feet here. Your choice. Just settling into seated forward fold. Checking in with shoulders, neck, jaw, making sure everything's relaxed. Really nice, calming pose for the nervous system. Anytime we're forward folding, an invitation for things to settle down, to find some ease, and a great opportunity to just gaze inward and observe yourself and how you're feeling. Let's take 3 more rounds. With your next inhale, slowly begin to rise up. Use your hands for support here. Keep the spine nice and long as you come back to the tops of the sit bones. We're going to walk those hands back again. Shoulders and wrists stacking. Feet are flexed and toes are gently spread. If your preference is to do upward table again, you may do so. If you'd like to explore a little upward plank here, you can play with me here. So rooting evenly into both hands, let that exhale float the hips up towards the sky, point the toes towards the nose of the board, and extend through the crown of the head. And again, if you're in upward table, rooting evenly into all 4 points of contact. All of us just enjoying some nice easy breath here. Maybe sharing a smile. We got this. 3 more rounds of breath. And when you're ready with exhale, just slowly release the sit bones to the board. Walk the fingertips up to meet the buttocks. Rise up on the sit bones. Bend through the knees. Bring the soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to fall open towards either rail of the board, clasping the outer edges of the feet. Full breath in. Crown of the head extends. Let that exhale hinge you forward. Little cobbler pose here. Elbows coming to rest on the inner thighs. Softening here. Feet are nice and open. This helps us release the feet. We're opening the feet up. This actually helps us release through the hips a little easier. Some may bring hands to the board. Your choice. And then as you're ready with that inhale, just begin to roll slowly up. Great. Bring the hands to the outer edges of the thigh. Let the knees come back to center. Walk your feet out front. Draw the sit bones up so you've got space to roll back, utilizing the full length of your board. Nice soft shoulders, hands behind the thighs. Inhale. Exhale, release. Unfurling the spine, one vertebra at a time. Coming to rest here upon the board. Draw the heels up to the gluteal muscles. Maybe you're reaching down with the middle finger, just grazing the tops of the heels. Feet are hip-width apart, rooting evenly into both feet. We're just going to take a little hip release here. So as you are ready, let's take that right foot, right ankle, just cross it over the left. So just be mindful here, we want a nice straight ankle so that foot is flexed as if you're standing on the floor in Tadasana pose. For some of us, this is going to be just enough release for this hip. If you wish to move a little deeper, begin to draw that left leg up towards you. You can come here, or you may be threading the hands through to clasp the back of the thigh. And you can just release that left foot, left heel to hang out in front of that left gluteal. And some of you still may be reaching through to clasp the top of the shin here. And keep that neck long, crown of the head extending. Releasing into that right hip. If your hips are tight, you can stay here for as long as you need to, and then work towards the other side when you're ready. We're going to take one more breath here, and then with exhale, just allow that left foot to release down to the board. Uncross that right leg, come back to center, and as you're ready, take that left foot, left ankle, hinge it off the right thigh. Flex that foot as if you're standing on it on the floor. This keeps the ankle straight and prevents torquing of the knee. Drawing the knee up. You can stay here. You may thread through to clasp the back of the thigh. And you may also clasp the top of the shin. And just release and relax that right ankle. Really nice work. Stay with your breath. Longer, smoother, softer breath. Couple of more rounds here. When you're ready to release and let go, just allow that right foot to come back down to the board. Uncross the left leg. Excellent. From here, we're going to sweep the arms up and around. And just let your head come to rest in the palm of the hands, interlocking the fingers, and just draw up on the occipital lobe, that little bump at the base of your skull, just to create some length in the back of the neck. Draw the shoulder blades gently down the back. Draw the belly button actively in towards the spine. We are going to combine here a little core work with an inversion before we come into our Savasana. So as you are ready, belly button draws actively in towards the spine. Just feel yourself minimize that space between the lower back and the board, creating that length and sense of support there.
Extend both legs up towards the sky, but maintain that engagement in the deeper core. Feet are flexed, holding here. As you are ready, we're going to start with the right leg first. Inhale, release the right leg to hover just a foot off of the board. Exhale, inhale, exhale, right leg rises, left side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Right side, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Right side, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Left side, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Right side, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You got this. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We're going to do one more each side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Great job. Just release the knees, draw them into the chest, wrap your arms around the shins. Maybe a little gentle roll here from side to side, lengthening spine, sacral area towards the nose of the board. Take a little happy baby here if you wish. Soles of the feet towards the sky, bending the knees as much as you need to. Maybe the hands are clasping outer shins. Maybe you're clasping the outer edges of your feet. But we lengthen the spine and sacrum towards nose of the board, knees drawing towards the earth. And you can be playful here, but just be mindful. If you roll too much, you might just roll off your board. So just have a little smile, roll it out. Feel that lovely release. And then from here, when you're ready with exhale, just let the knees and the feet come back to center. Allow the feet to release down to the board. And from here, just let the soles of the feet come together. Allow the knees to release towards either edge of your board. And just let the hands come to rest on your belly here. Shoulders are relaxed. Just take a few rounds of breath here, feeling the belly rise and fall with the flow of your breath, bringing a little more release to the hips. Maybe take a big breath in through the nose and a letting go sigh out through the mouth. And just inviting things to slow down. If you're comfortable and you wish to remain here, you can do so. If you prefer to just come into a more traditional Savasana, you can bring your hands to the outer edges of the thigh. Draw thighs and knees to center. And extend your legs out, nice and wide to either rail of the board. And just let the ankles, the feet just dangle here. Release the palms, or alternatively, just keep the hands resting upon the belly. Taking a little time here to surrender and to receive the gifts of your practice into each and every cell and layer of your being. Letting the breath return to its natural ebb and flow. Allow your mind to be light here. Any thoughts, like clouds passing through the mind,
You may remain here in your Savasana for as long as you may need. And for those that are ready to come out, just draw that gentle awareness back to the flow of your breath. Notice your inhale, notice your exhale, and the qualities of your breath. Let your breath deepen, inhaling more fully to fill the belly, the rib cage, and the chest. And then exhaling, releasing the breath from the belly, the rib cage, and the chest. Inhale, belly, rib cage, chest. Exhale, belly, rib cage, chest. As you've come back to the breath, come back to the physical body. Begin to move kindly, slowly, compassionately, curling through the fingers and the toes, rolling through the wrists and the ankles, moving as you need to move. Maybe the arms sweep overhead. You reach through the fingertips, reach through the toes, take that nice big long stretch, big breath in, big letting go, sigh out. Bending through the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the board. And from here, just again, invite the knees in towards the chest. Wrap your arms around the shins. Little release here for the lower back. Nice big squeeze for yourself. Stay here for as long as you feel you need to. And when you're ready, just cross the ankles. And from here, we're going to reach through to clasp the outer edges of the feet with our hands. And just hug everything again in towards center. Lengthen your spine and release the sacrum towards the nose of the board. You can just rock a little here. Nice little release. And in the spirit of this playful practice, as you're ready, just start to roll along the full length of your spine. And it may or may not work out. And that's okay. Once you get upright, just come back to that sweet seat upon your board. Settle upon the sit bones. Nice big breath in, and let's just walk those fingertips forward for a moment. Let yourself hinge at the hip. Just release towards the deck pad, and then inhale. Walk yourself back up. Maybe you reach back with the hands, and just notice how everything feels. Hopefully a little more spacious, a little more open. And then switch those legs out, crossing opposite leg in front. Get right up on top of the sit bones again. Nice big breath in. Walk yourself forward, releasing through lower back and hips again. And then as you're ready, just bring yourself back up. Take a nice full breath in and a letting go sigh out. Bring that lovely little smile to your face. And bring your hands together at heart center in Anjali Mudra. And take a moment to thank yourself for taking this time to look after you, to nurture all the layers of your beautiful being, physically, mentally, emotionally, soulfully. Thank yourself for the gifts you've given yourself in this practice today. And I thank you so much for sharing this practice with me. And may it continue to nurture you as you move about your day and whatever comes next for you. Thank you and namaste.